guys, Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale. Welcome to the video, guys. I'm happy to have you here. Can you tell I'm in a good mood today? Can you tell I'm in a good mood? I am here joined by Ian, who is actually leaderboard glitch, actually #1 in the world right now, playing a deck that I think you guys are really going to enjoy. Ian has a YouTube channel. Definitely subscribe to Ian for tons of gameplay. I love his channel. He records actually in horizontal mode, and he still does voiceover. Really cool stuff. In case you're not a subscriber, definitely go ahead and do so. So as we watch a couple replays here, he just joined the clan right now, started sharing. I wanted to kind of kick things off by giving a little, first of all, massive apologies to those of you who watch both of my YouTube channels, because I repeat myself sometimes when I'm sharing my life events or my thoughts or whatever with you guys. So here I am doing it again. So I'm sorry, guys, to the 5 of you who watch both my channels, right? But I've been thinking, man, I'm about to be, dude, super cringe, super old. I hesitate even admitting it, but I'm about to be the big 4-0, man. I am officially old AF, as the kids say 10 years ago. But the thing is I don't feel that old, you know what I'm saying? But I got to thinking about how my perspective has changed over the years. You know, first of all, check out this this deck by Ian, right? It's that Hog Giant Skeleton, right? All right, back to my little story. And man, up until I was about, I don't know, 25, maybe even closer to 30 years old, I lived my life thinking that I ought to be the person that everybody else told me I should be, right? At first I tried to be cool when I was a young kid in high school. That was a big fail. But I tried to, you know, see what my friends would like or what girls would like, whatever, you know? And then I cared about what society would think, you know, after high school, after college, you know? I cared about what my parents would want from me. And I felt like I never listened to myself. Not that you can't glean a ton of value out of those people in your life, but you should choose your own path, right? We're only given one life on this planet, only one life, only one shot at it. So sure, it's a wise decision to have some influence from other people in your life, but you should listen to you. You should listen to you. You know what's best for you, you know? Ultimately, that doesn't mean go out there and be stupid and irresponsible and, you know, get arrested. It means try to be the best version of yourself, but only you know what that is, you know? So you can do this. You can do this. You can be what you want to be, right? It just takes that kind of, I don't know, that realization, you know, that revelation in your life. And, you know, I hope for some of you guys it doesn't take as long as it took for me. I hope it doesn't take till you're 25, 30 years old, you know? I know some of you guys who are way more mature than I am, especially at that age, you probably already do this. You probably already live your life this way. So sorry for my long soliloquy to start the video right at the end of this Lava Loon replay. I didn't watch 1 second of the gameplay, man. Damn it. But I wanted to share that with you guys. Hey, it might not be over yet. We get a Lava Hound taking that tower. Giant Skeleton has something to say about that. The opponent, Andre, is the boss, getting a little desperate here with the balloon coming in, and Ian says, I got you, man. I got the cannon, the balloon, and the thanks comes down. And the thanks! That must have been a good match to watch. Maybe I'll go back and watch it when I'm not rambling about life lessons with Ash, huh? All right, hopefully there's another replay by now. Here, Ian? Be right back. All right, here we go, guys. We got CMG Coda Flow from the Coda Go Clan fam. I love it, man. I love the name. All right, let's actually pay attention to this one, guys. Watching from Coda Flow's POV. All right, let me go ahead and move this so I can actually see the game a little bit better. Did any of you guys play this deck? I asked Ian. He hasn't responded yet, but I'll tell you in about 2 minutes. I asked him if he's going to be subbing out the cannon after the nerf. Let me go ahead and see if he's responded yet. By the way, okay, I lied. I didn't ask him yet. Now I am. Will you be subbing out the cannon after the nerf? Okay, we'll get that valuable info for you guys. So going against the big fella, the Electro Giant here, I'm actually going to start making more short content, YouTube shorts. Don't judge me based on any short that I've ever put out so far. I think they're pretty much crap. We're gonna try something much more fun moving forward. So be on the lookout for that, guys. Now that YouTube is monetizing shorts, I figure why not? Why not, right? So here we go. It's going to be a Hog Rider just pulling that DP back a little bit to get to the King Tower. So that's going to be a King Tower activation for the Coda Flow team. Let's see how we negotiate this matchup here. Given the activated King Tower, given we're going against NATO and Cannon, right? How are we utilizing the Giant Skeleton? So we give the good game. Interesting. Interesting. I'm not sure if that's BM or if that's like, wow, you just made a mistake with the Giant, the Electro Giant. We'll see. So we have the Queen ready to go. So does he. Queen on Queen action. The middle of the arena, both pop the abilities. Electro Giant's not even going to get close to the tower. We go ahead and freeze that Queen, then we protect with the Skeletons. Pro plays for days. And here comes the Hog Rider. Bar Barrel comes down. NATO in hand as well. We go ahead and log there. Activate that Queen ability. She's going to be distracted momentarily by the Skeletons. She is able to clip off that DP's shield, though, so not too bad, right? And here we go with the little fella, the Ice Spirit. Skeletons pull everybody back, and we have Hog Rider back in hand. Of course, NATO is in hand for the opponent as well. And pulls it to the tower and to the Queen. We go Queen in the back right-hand corner as well. What's your favorite champion, guys? Of all the champions in the game, who do you use the most? I think I mentioned this before. Maybe not. Call me a sucker. But I love the Queen, man. I'm a fan of the Queen. I think the Queen is my fave. All right, Earthquake comes down. Of course, we did mention, you know, the NATO and the Cannon, but we also have Earthquake, so that's one way that we're going to negotiate the matchup, Ash. All right, so a nice high cannon there. Nice defense, also clipping that Queen with the log. 5 seconds left in regulation. We go in with a Hog Rider, same time as the Electro Giant, catching the opponent without enough elixir. That's going to give us 2 lucrative Hog Rider hits. We're still able to pull that E-Giant away. Of course, EQ does come down as well. Log comes down. And Earthquake again. Wow. Look at these defensive Earthquakes here, guys, just to slow up that that elixir, or that Electro Giant, excuse me. Okay, here we go. Electro Giant in the back. Giant Skeleton bomb does reach that left-hand tower. Another Giant Skeleton is reloaded. So is the cannon. I think that first Earthquake was, that last time was obviously from Codaflow. But the second one, I think it had to have been from us, right? I wasn't watching Ian's cycle there, but I had to have been. Anyway, Hog Rider here just to place it, basically distract on defense in the right-hand lane. Log comes down, pushing that Queen back. Skeletons are down to distract her as well. Man, that looked like it was going to be a terribly difficult push to defend in the right-hand lane, but we were able to do it. And by we, I mean Ian. Earthquake comes down same time as Hog Rider. He goes ahead and he pulls that Hog Rider again to the King Tower, 1900. So we have a significant damage advantage here. He said he might switch from a cannon to bomb tower, but seeing that they made the cannon nerf a little smaller, I think I'll consider keeping the same deck the same and then just kind of going from there. So there you have it, guys. All right, we're going to see a Queen on Queen here action again. 2 Giant Skeletons on the board here for Ian. And it looks like he has, well, forget it. Don't want to speak too soon. We have Electro Giant about to approach our tower, but we're able to cycle back to the cannon in time. My word. That was a fast and furious cycle, and it actually worked out there. Hog Rider comes down, Earthquake comes down, DP comes down. He has NATO back in hand, but we do get the Hog Rider hit nonetheless. And there we go, guys, with 3 seconds left. That's going to be, again, GG's from Ian. Very, very well done there. That was a good match, man. That was a good match. Let's go ahead and go into the next one here. Be right back. All right, guys, we got a good one here against Wallace, one of the other ladder phenoms in Clash Royale. This time we get to watch from Ian's perspective. So sit back, relax, and watch the pro in action, guys. Hog Rider in hand right now, going against a Fisherman deck here. Go ahead and he gets the early activation. Man, I don't know about you guys, but one of the decks I hate going against the most, maybe it's because I play, you know, the Graveyard, the deck that I play, and I don't have any great responses to it, but I hate going against Royal Giant decks, man. So here we go. We go with that low cannon there. A log comes down. One skeleton does survive. The cannon actually putting in work there on the defensive end. The fisherman pulling that giant skeleton into, and then now going into the left-hand lane is the giant skeleton. So let's see if we just attack with the Hog Rider, and we do. So the hog in the right, hunter is down. Skeleton to distract the giant skeleton. All right, interesting again. I can't say that it's, oh, so close, that giant skeleton to the tower. Didn't get there. Okay, we go queen right there at the bridge. Royal Ghost is not gonna get to the right, the left-hand tower, my bad. Actually, gotta learn your left and your right, man. Gonna be 40 years old, bro. So here we go. Good game comes down again from Ian, showing that bravado. We're about halfway through the match here. Wallace, I'm assuming you guys know Wallace or have heard of him. Just a really, really great player. I want to say he's Brazilian, but I could be wrong there. You can correct me in the comments and let me have it if I am. But man, he's I think that he was super young when he started, you know. I want to say like 14, 15 years old, and now he's just an absolute stud. Here we go. It's going to be a hunter coming down. He's probably like 18 or 19 or something now, you know. It's crazy just watching these kids, these pros, grow up, right? Same thing with Ian, you know. I mean, when I first met Ian, I think he was probably, I don't know how old he was, but he was freaking young, you know, and now he's like an adult, you know. That's what happens when you've been around YouTube for 8+ years, ladies and gentlemen. And I imagine that's the same with some of you guys. Maybe some of you old school viewers, maybe you started watching me when you were in middle school or high school or, gosh, elementary school. It doesn't even matter when, but, you know, it's kind of interesting, right? Kind of grow up with the content. It's weird. I can relate to that because I've actually had, like, podcasts that I've listened to for over 15 years. You know, I was an early adopter of podcast. And, you know, the one that comes to mind is Stuff You Should Know. It's just kind of a random podcast that I kind of turn on at night to go to sleep to, you know? And just two chill guys. I've been listening to that since like 2000 and, gosh, I don't know, 2008, I think? I don't know. Whenever podcast just first came out, right? Anyway, here we go, guys. 1 second remaining inside the match. And so far, so good. We're able to get enough damage to that right-hand tower to certainly stay in the match and actually in the lead here. We send in another Hog Rider, but look at that. Distracted fisherman, and we still get through that hunter for a big, big hit on that right-hand tower. Giant skeleton bomb is going to do a number on the fisherman, not kill him, though, so we're going to have to, again, negotiate here the giant, the royal giant, not the giant skeleton, Ash. We have the giant skeleton. We log him back. Nice timing on the log and the cannon combo just to ensure he's not approaching that tower. We go in again with that Hog Rider. He's going to go ahead and get pulled by the fisherman, and the fisherman's going to go ahead and pull the giant skeleton. Now we have another pretty formidable push here in the left-hand lane. We go in with the cannon. Hunter's going to help out against that cannon. We do have, again, the log and the ice spirit, the skeletons as well, all to deny any hits from that royal giant on the left-hand tower. Very, very well done here, entering to triple elixir time now. Lightning comes down, does clip that queen. We do get the giant skeleton bomb to that left-hand tower, but the right still remains the weak side tower of the opponent. We do have a pretty healthy damage lead here. We're going to go with a queen. We have the log in hand at the ready. At the very last second, we drop that log. Very, very well played again by Ian. Here comes the Hog Rider again, attacking into the fisherman and the hunter. Earthquake comes down. Nice EQ value. Ton of damage to that left-hand tower. We get the queen locked onto the left-hand tower. That's going to be GG. Log and Earthquake's going to finish this one before the game ends in a draw. Good game comes down from Ian. Let's go one more, guys. All right. Gustavo Mafia? Is that what I saw? Maya, my bad. My bad, Gustavo. Gustavo Mafia sounds a little bit better, you know what I'm saying? All right, here we go. It's going to be a Hog Rider coming down, drill coming down on the left-hand tower. Another annoying deck, man. The Dark Goblin, I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what win rates say. I don't care. Dark Goblin's strong as all heck right now, man. Like, that card... He's like annoying, but not annoying where I'm begging for a nerf or anything like that. He's just like, Dark Goblin, you're so good. Anyway, anybody feel the same way, or you don't care about Dark Goblin? No big deal for you guys. There he goes, the little fella. Gonna go ahead and easily take care of him there with the queen activated ability, and then she's gonna get pretty close to the tower, not close enough to get one shot against Gustavo Maya. Sorry, guys. I'm a gringo. What do you want? All right, here we go. It's gonna be split wall breakers here from the opponent. Cannon's gonna take care of them, and Hog Rider about to be deployed by Ian. Enthralling lull in the action here for you guys. Cannon is down. So are the skellies. The Royal Ghost will be pulled by the cannon. We also have skeletons in hand, trying to get that DPS from the cannon. Nicely done, nicely done. And then we play a queen again in the back. So really utilizing the queen in so many different ways in this deck has been Ian, right? We've been going with a nice log. Beautiful timing there. Beautifully done. We've been going with queen just to DPS down cards like the Royal Giant that we saw last match. We've been going queen at the bridge like we saw against the Hunter in the previous match to that. We've been going queen in the best cycles in the back as well. Take advantage of that 3-card cycle, which is incredibly fast in this deck, seeing as how we have the log and the skeletons and cannon and earthquake and ice spirit. Very, very, very cheap cycle for a deck that has, you know, a big giant skeleton in it as well, right? Again, here comes the push. Not that big of a deal. We go ahead and wait. We use the cannon, and we go ahead and distract the bandit as well. Again, in a pretty significant damage advantage here, as this one's definitely going to go into sudden death overtime again. Log comes down. Perfect timing against that drill. Dark Goblin gonna get a little lock on unless we respond. Meanwhile, speaking of locks, we get that queen on the left-hand tower as well. So here we go again. Giant Skeleton putting in some work on the defensive end. We have cannon in hand. Looks like we're going to go with a cannon. Here comes a big push from the opponent. We go with the Ice Spirit to freeze everybody up. Then we just log them all away. Meanwhile, the cannon and the tower takes care of that Royal Ghost. We attack with the Hog Rider. 5 seconds left in regulation. And here comes the bandit from the opponent. 2-1 and crossing over into sudden death. We get a Giant Skeleton explosion on that right-hand tower. Meanwhile, a couple Hog hits on the left-hand tower. And again, cannon, perfect placement, making sure we're mitigating all of that wall breaker damage. No ancillary damage kind of seeping onto the tower there. And the log is Johnny on the spot for the Goblin drill. Here comes the Royal Ghost and the Dark Goblin coming down the right-hand lane. The Queen says, I'll take care of the Dark Goblin first, right before the Ghost becomes visible. Nicely done. And again, a very successful defense. A couple Goblin stabs, but it's okay. We still have a pretty nice damage advantage. Here comes the Earthquake again, right at the ready, excuse me. And meanwhile, the Queen still takes care of the bandit, man. She does so much damage. That's why I love the Queen. That Royal Cloak ability does so much damage, man. It's really insane, man. All right. Arguably, too, one of the easier champions to use. So maybe that's something to do with why I like her so much, right? She's like super versatile, but she's also fairly simple, you know? You activate the ability and you do a lot of damage. And she's invisible. All right. So they had to use the awkward defensive drill there. Not what they want to do with 48 seconds remaining on the clock. They need to use those on offense. However, one wall breaker does do him a favor and gets through to the tower. All right, here we go. Queen predicts the drill location. He has been going in the same location for the most part, attacking in the left-hand lane. It's okay. We're going to go ahead and pull the wall breakers, and then we go ahead and use the cannon to finish off that Royal Ghost. Meanwhile, in the right-hand lane, Hog's going to get a hit, get to the tower, and that's going to be GG's here, guys. Again, we have Hog Rider, we have Earthquake. Everything is coming down on that tower, and that's going to be boom! There it goes. Massive shout out to Ian again, guys. Reminder to go ahead and check out Ian's YouTube channel. That's going to do it for today's video. Thanks to Stats Royale as well. You can check out his player profile. That will be in the show notes below. I appreciate you guys sending a lot of love your way, especially if you need it. And as always, take care, guys.